Hello students, welcome you all in our Mathswell YouTube channel, a virtual classroom for the mathematics. In the last video we have learned about the examples on the operations on set. Today we are discussing one of the very important concept from the same topic, that is of complement of a set. Okay, so in this video we are going to see about the definition and some important examples regarding the same. Okay, so just see here the introductory this the topic name is set, subtopic we are discussing about the complement of a set, and the content is the definition and some important examples regarding the same. Let's move ahead. So what is the definition of complement of a set? Let's see here. So definition of a complement of a set will be like this: let U be the universal set and A be the subset of U, right? U be a universal set and A is subset of U, or that is universal set U. Then the complement of A is the set of all elements of U which are not the element of A. That is denoted by A dash. So we'll discuss it once again, we'll define it once again. What is U? Complement of set will be, suppose we are given a set A and U be its respective universal set, then if A is a subset of U, then we can say that the complement of A is a set of all elements of U which are not the element of set A. Okay, we can discuss it once again, that complement of a set. What is the complement of a set? Complement of set, if A is any given set, suppose, then set A, if it is subset of a universal set, obviously A or any set is always subset of a universal set. So A is a subset of universal set U, then the complement of set will be the set of all elements from the universal set U which are not in A, right? So that is called the complement of a set. That is, complement of a set means the set which are not in A but they are in the universal set U. That is called complement of set A. So if it is a complement of set A, we can denote it by A dash. The notation for the complement of a set is A dash, right? Or in some books the notation will be used as A raised to C. The C stands for complement of a set A. That is, A raised to C means complement of set A, right? So these are the two different notations for the same term, that is complement of a set. Okay, so in set builder form, how we can define this, how we can write the complement of a set? So just you can see here, so it is a set of all such x's such that x is a element of U, that is x belongs to the universal set U, but x is not in A. That is, all elements in U which are not in A will be the set of complement of A. Okay, so, or it is simply a difference of U and A taken in order, that is U minus A again will give us the same set, that is known as a complement of set. So how to define or how to represent it using the Venn diagram? Here we can see the Venn diagram is nothing but the representation of a set in geometric way. Okay, so we have seen in previous videos also what are the Venn diagrams for the set. So here we have Venn diagram for the complement of set A. So if you see here, here is a set A, and the shaded part, that is the blue part of this set, universal set U, is nothing but A dash. That is the complement of A. That is, it contains all the elements in U which are not in A. So A is excluded from it. So the excluded part of U, excluding A, will give us the complement of set A. So I think this Venn diagram will clear the definition, right? So now, after having the definition of complement of a set, now we will define or we will discuss a few more examples regarding the same. If you consider the set of students in our class, okay, so suppose A is a class and you are suppose A is the set, right? you consider the set of students in a class, we denote it by U, that is the universal set U. And suppose A is the set of boys in the class. So what will be A dash here? So A dash will be the set of girls in the class. That is the set of class, set of elements in class, or set of the students which are not boys. What it means? It means the set of girls in the class. That is the one of the example for this complement of set A. Similarly, complement of set of girls, we can say if B is a set of girls in the class, then complement of B will be obviously the set of boys, right? So that is known as that is the example, one of the example for the complement of a set. So here we have some properties of complement of a set. You can see here the first property known as a complement law. So what is the complement law? The complement law is the union of A and A transpose. That is transpose of A and transpose of A taken its union with the set A. What it gives us? If you see in the Venn diagram, in the previous Venn diagram, you can see, yes, here you can see that if we merge this A in this U, what this gives us? It gives us a fully universal set U. That is, in short, the union of A with U A dash will give us the universal set U. From this diagram only we can say, or we can decide, or we can verify this result, that A union A dash will be U always, the universal set U always. And if we take the intersection of A with its complement, that is intersection of A and A dash, what we come to know? You can verify from this property by using the example we have discussed just now, the set of boys and girls in the class. If A is a set of boys in the class, A dash will be the set of girls in the class. So what will be the intersection of A and A dash there? So A and A dash will be null set, right? So intersection of a set with its complement will be equal to a null set phi. Is it clear? Okay, so after that we have the second law known as the De Morgan's law. What is De Morgan's law? The De Morgan's law is the complement of union of two sets A and B. We have seen what is the union of two sets. The union of two sets is one of the operation operated on two sets, right? So that is nothing but the set of elements which are present either in A or in B or in both. That is the union of two sets that we have defined already. So complement of such union of two sets is equal to intersection of their complements. Is it clear? So this is known as a De Morgan's law. Complement of union is intersection of their complement. In the same way, complement of intersection will be equal to union of their complements. That is, complement of A intersection B will be union of the complement of A and B. That is A dash union B dash. That is known as the De Morgan's laws. After that, what we have? We have a law of double complementation. That is, complement of a complement. That is, complement of a complement of set A will be vanish that both complements and you left with only the set A. How we can verify this complement of a complement? Again, consider the same example, set of boys in the class. So what is the set of that is complement of A in for that example? It is the set of girls. And again, if you want to take the complement of the set of girls, that is complement of A, what this gives us? It gives us again the set of boys only. That is, it comes back to the given set A only. Hence, the double complementation will vanish the complementation of the set. That gives us only a set A itself. That is known as a law of double complementation. Okay, so that is the third law. The next law is laws of empty set and universal set. That is, complement of empty set will be obviously a universal set, and complement of universal set will be always a null set. Is it clear? Complement of phi is equal to U, and complement of U, that is universal set, is equal to phi. Do you agree with this? that phi dash equal to n, u dash equal to phi. We can consider any example. Suppose the set of student only. If you consider u is a set of class, okay. So phi dash, phi, we know phi is nothing but a empty set. So empty set complement of empty set means what? Set of students in a class, right? So that gives us u, that is universal set, that is a set of student in a class. As we consider u is a set of student in a class, so phi dash will be the set of student in a class. And if we consider the complement of students in a class or complement of this universal set, means the set of elements which are not present in that universal set, means what? Nothing is there. So hence it will be a null set u, that is a null set phi, that is a empty set, nothing will be there in that set, right? So these are some properties of complement of law. They are a complement of a set, so they are very important laws. So just if we see, you can just keep it in mind that A union A dash is equal to u. If we clear the concepts of complement of a set, then these laws are very easy to remind, that A union A dash will be the universal set u, A intersection A dash will be a null set. Then comes De Morgan's law, the complement of A union B will be intersection of their complement. Just interchange union and intersection and put the complement to individually to both set. That gives us De Morgan's law, right? Similarly here in the second one, that complement of A intersection B, so interchange intersection or exchange the intersection with u, that is universal set, and put the complementation for both the sets A and B. That gives us A dash union B dash. Then law of double complementation, it is obvious that complement of a complement of set will be the set itself. And after that we have the laws of empty set and law of universal set. So what this gives us? It gives us that phi dash of u, that is phi dash is equal to u and u dash equal to phi, that is complement of a null set will be a universal set and the complement of universal set will be a empty set. So these are the important properties that we can use while solving the example. So these are the basic concept we have seen in the complement of a set. Now let's see the example depends on the same concept, that is complement of a set. Okay, let's see. So consider the example 1. So what you are given here, you are given the universal set u, which has the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Then you are given two sets A and B. A is a set containing the numbers 2, 4, 6, 8. B contains the numbers 2, 3, 5, 7. So we need to verify these two results. So which type of these two results are there? Can you remind the property of the complementation of set? Yes, it is complement of union is intersection of their complement. Complement of intersection is union of their complement. Yes, that is a De Morgan's law. So you are going to verify the De Morgan's law to be applied on this three given set, a universal set and the sets A and B. Okay, so let's see the first one. To verify the first, A union B. So to get A union B complement, first we need to find A union B. So what is the A union B? See the set A and B. We have seen what are the union and intersection of two set. Union of two set will be the set of elements which are present either in the first or the second set or in both, right? So that is the union. So A is 2, 4, 6, 8, B is 2, 3, 5, 7. So union of these two set will be the set of elements which are present either in the first, that is A, or in the second set B, okay, or in both. So those elements which are present in both, you need to take them only once. No element should be repeated, right? So here we have 2, 4, 6, 8 and 2, 3, 5, 7. So 2 is repeated, we have to take it only once. Then our return 3, we need to write the elements in order for our convenience. If you write them as that, doesn't matter, it will not change the set. Okay, so here 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7 and 8. Means A union B will be the set containing numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even this 2 present in both of these two sets, we have to write it as only once. It should not be repeated 2 times as it present in 2 different sets. So we need to write only once. So that gives us A union B. So what is our LHS? Our LHS is the complement of A union B. So what is complement of A union B? The complement of A union B we have defined. It is the difference of universal set and that given set, that is A union B, right? So what is U here? Universal set U is given. It is 1 to 9. The set containing numbers 1 to 9, right? So U is 1 to 9. Then A union B we got here only. It has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the numbers. So just take the difference of these two. What is the difference of these two? Difference of two set is nothing but, suppose it is A U minus A union B. So it will be the set of elements which are present in U but not in A union B. That is the difference, one of the operation on the two set, right? So here if we see, or we can just ignore or delete the elements from the set U which are not in A union B, right? So just first check which are the elements in U which are present in the set A union B. If we see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, these are the elements which are present in the set itself, that is in the second set 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually here the curly bracket should be there, it is left, put there. So it gives us, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, these elements will be vanished, can be deleted from the set U and just write down the remaining elements. So what are the remaining elements? We left with only 1 and 9, right? So that gives us 1, 9, the set containing numbers 1, 9. That gives us A union B complement, which is LHS of the first result. So it gives us LHS. Now let's find RHS. What is RHS we have? RHS is the intersection of A dash and B dash, that is complement of A and B. So first we need to find the complements of A and B respectively. So what is A dash? So again A dash is the set of elements which are present in U but not in A, that is U minus A itself. So find U minus A. So again it is a set of elements which are present in A but not in, present in U but not in A, right? So elements in A are 2, 4, 6, 8. So are they present in U? Yes, they are present, 2, 4, 6 and 8. So just vanish or ignore, delete them from the set U and write down the elements. So what are the elements we have? 2, 3, 4, 6. After relating 2, 4, 6, 8, we left with the elements 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. So no of these elements 2, 4, 6, 8 are present in this set. So hence it is A dash. Similarly we can find B dash, the complement of set B. Again it will be the difference of U and B. So subtract the set elements in B from U, that is union set 1 to 9 minus the set B is 2, 3, 5, 7, right? So again we need to delete these 2, 3, 5, 7 from the set U. So 2, 3, 5 and 7. So what we left? We left with 1, then 4, then 6, then 8 and 9. So we left with these elements 1, 4, 6, 8, 9. Correct? So we got A dash and B dash. What we need to find to get RHS? The RHS is A dash intersection B dash here in the first result. We got LHS of the first result. Now we need to find A dash intersection B dash, which is the RHS of this. If LHS and RHS are equal, then we say that the result is verified. So let's see, let's find the intersection of this. So can you say what is the intersection of these two sets? The set 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, which are the common elements there, because intersection is nothing but the set of common elements in A dash and B dash here, right? So A dash B dash are these two sets. See the common elements between them. So they are 1 and 9, right? So only two elements are there which are common in A dash and B dash both. So that itself will give us the intersection of the sets A dash and B dash. So are they same as this LHS? Yes, they are equal. So here if it is 1, we can have the second as this, that intersection of A dash and B dash, it gives us the set containing the numbers 199, which is same as this LHS set, right? Both sets are same. So since LHS and RHS both sets are equal, we can say that from 192 LHS and RHS are equal, and since LHS and RHS are equal, we can equate that LHS is A union B complement and RHS is A dash intersection B dash. So this proves our result. This verifies the result that complement of A union B is equal to intersection of their complements. The first De Morgan's law is proved now, right? So let's prove the second result, that is second De Morgan's law. What is that second De Morgan's law? The second De Morgan's law is this, that complement of A intersection B is union of their complements, that we need to prove. So let's see the second one. Yes, this is the second. So to prove that A intersection B complement equal to A complement union B complement, so let's find one by one. So let's find A intersection B first. What are A and B? A is 2, 4, 6, 8. B is 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Take their intersection. So intersection is again the set of common elements in both the sets. So A and B contain the common element as 2. Hence the intersection of these two sets will be a singleton set 2 only. Correct? So now to get LHS, find its complement, because our left side is the complement of A intersection B. So let's find its complement. So again complement is a set difference of two set, that is difference of A intersection B from U, that is U minus A intersection B. So U is 1 to 9, A intersection B we got is 2, so take the difference. So since the A intersection B contains only one element, if it is present in the U, that we need to ignore, we delete from the set U and then write down the remaining elements from the set U. So set U, removing this 2 will give us the difference of these two sets, that is the complement of A intersection B as 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, right? So that is the left side, that is intersection complement of A intersection B. Let it be equation 1. Now similarly to with RHS, we need to find the complements of A and B. So A dash is complement of A, which gives us 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. We already found them in the previous part of this sum. And B dash is 1, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay. So now we need to find its union. So union of these two sets, that is A dash and B dash, will be. So just you can remind union. Union is a set of elements which are present either in first or in second set, whereas intersection was the set of only common element. So here we need to write all the elements present in the first as well as in the second element. Okay, so only the repeated elements should be written only once. That's we need to keep it in mind. So we have the union as 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, right? So these are the elements present in A dash and B dash. So you can just note down all the elements. That gives us second equation, that is nothing but RHS of the result. So just observe LHS and RHS, are they equal? Yes, you can see LHS is the set containing the numbers 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 and 9, whereas the RHS contain the elements 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So they are exactly similar elements, same elements, right? Hence we can say that these two sets are equal, that is LHS and RHS are equal, or you can say A intersection B complement equal to A dash union B dash. The same we need to prove. Hence we can say that the second De Morgan's law is also verified by using the given set. right? So this is the verification or the end of the first example, that is verification of the De Morgan's laws for the given sets A and B. So now let's move ahead for the next part. So here we have some more examples we can practice, right, to find the complement of the sets. So you can just use these examples and practice using the previous examples we have solved. You can apply those steps, those methods, and the concept of complement of two sets. Okay, so hope you understood that first example, that we are solving only the representative examples, that you need to just clear the idea, clear the concept, what is the method of the solving the example, that we need to clear, and referring that solved example you can try more examples from this daily practice problems. Okay, so just try to solve these examples referring the previous examples we have solved. Now let's move ahead. This is the exercise. I think you can say this is the homework for you, that will be solved with the help of the example we have solved here. Okay, now let's move ahead. Now we have the question number 2. What is the question number 2? The question number 2 is draw appropriate Venn diagram for each of the following. So what is the first one? We need to find the Venn, or we need to draw a Venn diagram for A union B complement. So A union B. So see the diagrams drawn here. The first figure shows the A union B, whereas the second figure shows the A union B complement. That is the required result, that we need to draw the Venn diagram for this statement only, that is complement of A union B. In the first one, first we need to find A union B. So what is A union B? As we see the definition of union of two sets, it is a set of elements which are present either in A or in B or in both. So we just shade the whole part of the set A and B both, right? So that shaded region will contain the elements of A as well as B, either in only in A or in B or in both. So this middle part will gives us the elements which are present in both A and B, and this part will gives us the elements which are present only in A, and here in this part the elements which are present only in B, right? So this is the combination, this is the set known as A union B, this shaded region, and the required Venn diagram for A union B complement will be the set of elements in U which are not present in A union B. Means this part will be deleted from U. So just opposite to it, that is the shaded region of universal set, excluding the sets A and B both, will give us the A union B complement. As we know, A union B complement is nothing but the difference of the set, that is universal set U, and A union B. So here in the second Venn diagram, the shaded part, that is the red part which shaded by the red color, will represent the required statement, that is complement of A union B. Is it clear for everyone? I hope everyone got it clear. Okay, so whatever you are asked, we just shade that part. So to get A union B directly, we are not able to find, or it will be difficult to get a Venn diagram directly from this. Firstly, you try to find step by step, draw first A union B, and then find the Venn diagram for A union B complement, just by using the definition of the complement, right? So that is the Venn diagram for the first one. Now let's go for the second one. Second one is A dash intersection B dash. What is A dash intersection B dash? Again, it is intersection of the complements of two sets A and B. So again we go step by step. First get the Venn diagram for A dash. Here if you see, we are having three diagrams for the to verify or to draw the Venn diagram for this A dash intersection B dash together. Okay, first get Venn diagram for A dash, then get Venn diagram for B dash, and then take its intersection. Clear? So first A dash. How to get A dash? Here this first circle denotes the set A, second circle denotes the set B. Okay? So A dash means what? A dash means the set of elements which are present in the universal set. Right? Elements which are present only in the universal set will gives us A dash. That is nothing but the again difference of U and A. Right? Which are present in U but not in A. That gives us the required Venn diagram for A dash. So here in the first diagram, first figure, only the shaded region will give us A dash, will represent the complement of A. In the same way, in the second diagram represents B dash. So B dash means again the set of elements which are present in the universal set but not in the set B. Means the complement of set B will be U minus B again. So U minus B means the set B will be excluded from U. So again this shaded part will represent the required B dash. Right? And now intersection of these two, intersection of A dash and B dash. So how to get intersection of A dash and B dash? So as we know, A dash and B dash, the intersection is the common element. It is a set containing the elements which are in both A dash as well as in B dash. That is common elements of A dash and B dash. So just see the common region for the first two figures drawn. Okay, so A dash will contain this part of U and this one part of the set B, whereas in the second B dash will have this common region from U as well as some part of A, but this some part of A and some part of B, they are not common in both. Only the part which excluding the sets A and B is common in both. Correct? So we can say that the elements which are not present in both A and B, or the elements excluding A and B but they are present in U, will be the required common part of these two sets. So here if we see in the diagram number 3, that represents A dash intersection B dash is nothing but the set of elements in U which are not in A and B both. Right? So neither in A nor in B. So this set will give us, or will represent this shaded part by the color red will represent the required A dash intersection B dash, the Venn diagram for this one, A dash intersection B dash. Is it clear for everyone? Okay, fine. So now let's see few more example. So the next one is for Venn diagram of A intersection B complement. Right? So what it means, it is a complement of A intersection B. So again we need to draw the two diagrams, first for A intersection B and then second one for its complement. So here if you see A intersection B, obviously it is in a universal set U. So in the universal set U, we are having two sets A and B, and A intersection B will give us the set of common element in the sets A and B. Right? So common element, if you see the two sets A and B, the common element will be this shaded part, that is the dark blue part. Right? So that gives us A intersection B, that represents the Venn diagram for A intersection B. So this is the Venn diagram for the first part of this, and the second part is, that is second Venn diagram is for its complement of A intersection B. So obviously complement will be the set of elements which are present in U but not in A intersection B. Means only this region will be excluded from U. Right? Or the elements which are present either in A or in B but not in both. Right? So only that part will be ignored or will be excluded to get the complement of A intersection B. Right? So that gives us the Venn diagram for A intersection B complement. So let's see one more example of this Venn diagram, that is the fourth one, and that is for A dash union B dash. So again, I think we are done for A dash intersection B dash. So here the first two Venn diagrams will remain same for both, either in A dash union B dash or A dash intersection B dash. So in case of intersection, we draw the Venn diagram for its intersection, and now here for union we need to get a union part, that is union of A dash and B dash. So again, union of A dash and B dash, if you see the Venn diagram, this one is for A dash, this one is for B dash. If you take its union, what do you mean by union? Union means a set of elements which are present in A, either in A or in B or in both. So here if you see the common region here, since it is union, just see the diagram carefully. Here this part has no element, here this part has no element. So there is no element in this part particularly in these two diagrams. Means that will not be in U. So that will be excluded, right? So only the part, this part of set B and this part of set A has some element. Otherwise the common part of A and B will have no element. Means it will be left unshaded. So only the shaded part will be this one, right? So that represents the Venn diagram for A dash union B dash. Is it clear how to get or how to draw the Venn diagrams for the two given sets? Hope everyone got it clear. So here, okay. So hope students you have got this concept clear, and we have some representative examples we have solved here. So you can try more examples from the books, either from state board or from CBSE or in ICSE's boards also. So you can solve more examples referring the solved example here we have. Okay. At me, my contact details is already there in the description box. You can just go there and get my contact details there and contact me. Okay. I will be there with more important concept from your standard, definitely very soon. So we'll see you in the next video. Okay. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you very much.